Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by highlighting a profound truth that many of us tend to overlook. It is the little things, the seemingly minor details, that shape much of our social interactions. We often move through life without realizing how our smallest actions create ripples, affecting the people around us in ways we may never have imagined. Women in particular may not always recognize the extent to which men notice and interpret the intricate details of their behavior. So today I want to talk about 7 things that men observe in women, details that women may not think much about, but hold significant importance in the silent dance of human relationships. Before we proceed, let me make it clear. This is not about reinforcing stereotypes or reducing individuals to mere appearances or roles. It is about recognizing the subtleties of human nature, because relationships, at their essence, require navigating these subtleties with mindfulness, respect, and curiosity. A man pays close attention to how a woman treats others, especially those who have nothing to offer her in return. This observation extends far beyond simple politeness. It reveals her genuine character. When a man witnesses a woman treating a waiter, a cashier, or even a stranger on the street with warmth and kindness, it communicates something profound about her values. It tells him that she operates with empathy and respect, not because she is obligated to, but because that is simply the kind of person she is. This quality is essential for trust and connection because it demonstrates consistency and integrity. At its core, a relationship is about creating something that can last. A man subconsciously asks himself, what would it be like to share my life with this person? A significant part of that answer lies in how she interacts with the world. If she is dismissive, impatient, or unkind to others, particularly those in vulnerable or service-oriented positions, it raises concerns. You may wonder if that same attitude will one day be directed toward him or the people they care about. On the other hand, witnessing genuine kindness and consideration fosters an impression of warmth and reliability. It reassures him that this is someone who values mutual respect and harmony. Interestingly, this is not about grand attention-grabbing gestures. A simple thank you, a sincere smile, or a moment taken to ask someone how they are doing can leave a lasting impact. These small moments of grace show a level of self-awareness and a willingness to acknowledge others as human beings rather than inconveniences or obstacles. A woman who carries this demeanor signals that she is likely to provide emotional security in a relationship. She is someone who will not resort to hostility or contempt in moments of stress, but will instead handle difficulties with compassion and an open heart. It is worth noting that men often notice these actions without consciously processing them. The impression is formed instinctively, almost subconsciously. He may not fully realize why he feels drawn to someone who consistently exhibits such decency, but it significantly shapes his perception of her. Ultimately, how a woman treats others reflects her long-term potential as a partner. It shows whether she will be a force for connection or division, for peace or conflict. Men take notice, and more importantly, they remember. The ripple effects of kindness extend far beyond the moment, shaping how others perceive and appreciate the person behind them. Men are also very aware of a woman's enthusiasm for life, even if they do not openly express it. Passion, energy, and curiosity create an unspoken pull that leaves a deep impression. This is not about specific hobbies or interests. It is about the way she engages with the world. When a woman speaks excitedly about something she cares about, it reveals a dimension of her personality that is both captivating and inspiring. That enthusiasm shows that she is not simply drifting through life, but is actively participating in it. This excitement signifies more than just surface-level enjoyment. It offers insight into her inner world. A woman who pursues her passions shows a sense of purpose and self-luminousness. It demonstrates that she is invested in her personal growth and experiences, which signals to a man that she will bring depth to a relationship. He does not just see someone who keeps busy. He sees someone who values her time and energy, someone who is cultivating a fulfilling life. That is attractive because it suggests she will not rely solely on him for happiness, but will instead add to his life with her own drive. On the other hand, a lack of enthusiasm can be noticeable. Someone who shows no curiosity, no excitement, or no joy in life may come across as detached or stagnant. For men, this can be a concern when it comes to building a meaningful bond. Enthusiasm acts as a bridge, creating shared moments of excitement and discovery. Without it, interactions can feel monotonous, leaving the relationship without the energy it needs to thrive. What makes enthusiasm so powerful is its ability to spread. A woman who passionately talks about her interests, whether it be music, art, career aspirations, or personal goals, can inspire a man to reflect on his own interests. It ignites a sense of possibility and reminds him of the beauty of being present and engaged in life. It is not about what she is passionate about, but rather how that passion shapes her attitude and interactions. Enthusiasm for life suggests resilience and optimism. It shows that, even in a world full of challenges, she chooses to see the opportunities and joys that make life meaningful. Men recognize this because it reflects a mindset that enhances not just her experience, but also the experience of those around her. Men are also much more observant of body language and posture than they may openly admit. A woman's nonverbal cues, how she carries herself, the way she moves, and even her posture communicate a great deal about her confidence, emotions, and self-perception. These silent signals can create an impression before she even speaks. When a woman walks into a room with her shoulders pulled back, her head held high, and her movements purposeful, it conveys an unspoken confidence that is instantly noticeable. This is not about being flashy or drawing attention for its own sake. It is about the quiet self-assurance she projects. That confidence suggests a sense of self-worth and presence that naturally attracts others. Men, in particular, pick up on these signals because they often indicate how comfortable a woman is in her own skin. On the other hand, slouched shoulders, hesitant movements, or closed-off body language can send a different message. These cues may suggest insecurity, discomfort, or guardedness. It is not that men are judging harshly. Rather, they are instinctively assessing the emotional energy a person projects. Ultimately, the way a woman presents herself, through her kindness, enthusiasm, and body language, has a profound effect on how men perceive her. These details may seem small, but they hold great significance in human connection. While women may not always realize the extent to which men notice these aspects, they are in fact paying attention. And more importantly, what they observe often shapes their perception in ways that go beyond words. Instead, they perceive these signals as insights into her emotions. Body language is often an unconscious expression of what's going on internally, and men are naturally attuned to these subtle shifts because they influence how interactions unfold. The power of body language lies in its ability to go beyond just appearances. It's not about being perfect, but about being real and showing alignment between one's inner feelings and outward expressions. For instance, a genuine smile, relaxed stance, or open gestures can signal warmth and approachability. These nonverbal cues create an atmosphere where others feel comfortable, which is essential for fostering trust and connection. Men take note when a woman's presence makes a space feel more inviting. And much of this comes down to the energy she expresses through her physical demeanor. On the other hand, overly stiff or guarded body language might indicate unease or disinterest, even if that isn't the intention. Men often pick up on these signs instinctively, even if they can't fully put them into words. The way a woman moves and carries herself becomes a silent language that communicates a great deal about her mood, personality, and how she views life. In the end, body language and posture act as the silent first impression. They reveal not just how a woman sees herself, but also how she interacts with the world. Men notice these cues, and they frequently play a major role in shaping their interest and perception. Men are also highly aware of a woman's tone of voice, even if they don't consciously analyze it. The way someone speaks beyond just the words used, carries a great deal of unspoken meaning. Tone, rhythm, pitch, and inflection add emotional depth to communication and strongly impact how a woman is perceived. These subtle elements often reveal more about her state of mind and personality than the actual words being said. A warm, calm, and steady tone creates a sense of ease and trust. When a woman speaks in a way that feels natural and welcoming, it signals emotional balance and openness. Men notice when her tone conveys kindness, curiosity, or empathy, because it creates a safe and comfortable space for conversation. This warmth acts as a bridge to connection, allowing for deeper conversations and a greater understanding between both people. It reassures a man that he can be himself without fear of judgment or unnecessary conflict. On the other hand, a sharp or overly harsh tone can leave a strong impression, even if the words spoken are neutral or positive. A critical or dismissive edge may unintentionally express impatience or frustration, creating tension in the conversation. Men are often sensitive to these nuances because tone reflects how a person manages emotions, particularly in challenging situations. A consistently negative tone might indicate underlying frustrations or a lack of self-awareness, both of which can weaken trust and harmony over time. What stands out most, however, is authenticity. Men notice when a woman's tone truly matches her emotions and intentions. A cheerful tone that seems forced or insincere can be just as noticeable as one that lacks emotion or energy. A woman who speaks with authenticity shows she is fully engaged in the interaction rather than just going through the motions. It signals that she values the conversation and respects the person she is speaking with. Tone of voice also has a ripple effect on emotions. A soothing or enthusiastic tone can uplift and energize, while a sharp or flat one can bring down the mood. Men pick up on these shifts instinctively because they influence the overall dynamic of the relationship. Whether it's a casual conversation or a serious discussion, tone plays a key role in determining whether there is connection or it's a detail that men notice. And its impact often lingers beyond the conversation itself. Men also pay attention to the small ways a woman takes care of herself, not in a shallow or surface level way, but in terms of what those actions reveal about her self-respect and overall well-being. When a woman makes an effort to maintain her health, appearance, and emotional balance, it sends a message that she values herself, which is inherently appealing. It's not about perfection or meeting societal beauty standards. It's about the thought and care behind these choices. A woman who prioritizes her well-being radiates a quiet confidence that is impossible to overlook. This confidence is evident in the way she dresses, the attention she gives to grooming, and even how she structures her daily life. These small habits demonstrate self-discipline and a sense of pride in who she is. To a man, these behaviors suggest that she will bring the same level of care and effort into her relationships. It signals reliability and stability, qualities that are essential for a healthy and lasting connection. Men also notice how self-care reflects a woman's boundaries. Taking care of oneself often means saying no to things that drain energy or cause unnecessary stress. The ability to prioritize personal well-being shows strength and self-awareness, which are deeply valued. It suggests that she knows how to maintain her peace and doesn't sacrifice her well-being for external approval. For a man observing these behaviors, it can be reassuring to see someone who values balance and isn't willing to compromise herself for validation. However, self-care is not just about physical appearance. Men also notice emotional self-care, the way a woman handles stress, the way she speaks to herself, and whether she actively seeks joy and personal growth. A woman who is kind to herself, who follows her passions, and who displays resilience and optimism is naturally attractive. She becomes a source of positivity and inspiration, making her presence enjoyable and uplifting. On the other hand, neglecting self-care can unconsciously signal a lack of self-respect or unresolved personal struggles. Men may pick up on this, not out of judgment, but as an indicator of potential difficulties in maintaining a balanced and fulfilling relationship. Self-care reflects how a woman values herself, and by extension, how she may value others. It's a detail that men notice and remember because it sets the tone for how she moves through life and interacts with those around her. Men notice when a woman truly listens, and it is one of the most profound yet subtle ways she can create a sense of connection and understanding. Listening goes beyond just hearing the words someone says. It's about being fully present, engaged, and responsive to what is being shared. When a woman listens with real intent, she shows empathy, respect, and an openness that can disarm even the most guarded person. One of the key things men pay attention to is how a woman responds during a conversation. Does she make eye contact, nod in acknowledgement, or ask thoughtful questions that show she is actively processing what is being said? These small but meaningful actions express a level of care and attentiveness that does not go unnoticed. For a man, this indicates that she values his perspective and is genuinely interested in understanding him, not just waiting for her turn to talk. A woman who listens well creates an atmosphere where a man feels seen and heard. This is a rare and valuable gift because, just like women, men long for validation and understanding. In a world that often prioritizes quick conversations and surface-level interactions, the act of truly listening stands out as a sign of emotional depth and maturity. It reassures him that he can open up without the fear of being dismissed or judged, helping to build trust and closeness over time. On the other hand, when a woman seems distracted, interrupts frequently, or disregards what is being said, it can create distance. Men may not always express it openly, but they notice when their words do not seem to make an impact. This can lead to feelings of frustration or even hesitation to share more in the future. Listening is a two-way process, and when one person is not fully engaged, the overall dynamic of the relationship can shift in ways that may not be immediately obvious, but still hold great significance. What makes listening so powerful is that it is not just about having a conversation. It reflects a broader ability for empathy and emotional intelligence. A woman who listens attentively demonstrates that she is willing to invest in understanding others, which is an essential foundation for any meaningful relationship. For men, this quality is particularly appealing because it signals that she values connection and views communication as a shared experience rather than just an exchange of words. Ultimately, listening is one of the strongest ways a woman can build trust and emotional bonds. It is a quiet, yet deeply meaningful act of care that leaves a lasting impression, shaping how men perceive her ability to connect, engage, and create a sense of partnership. Different people may have different styles of communication, but listening is not just a scripted act. It is a reflection of a woman's genuine emotional availability and willingness to connect on a deeper level. Men also notice the energy a woman brings into a room, even if they cannot always describe it in words. This energy is not about being loud or demanding attention, but about the subtle, unspoken presence that surrounds her. It is the way she makes others feel when she is around, whether it's through warmth, optimism, calmness, or even tension. Her presence carries weight, leaving a lasting impact that influences how people perceive her before she even speaks. A woman who radiates positivity and confidence has a natural ability to brighten the atmosphere around her. This does not mean she has to be constantly cheerful or always in a good mood. Instead, it is about having a genuine and grounded energy that feels welcoming and safe. Men notice when she enters a room and carries herself with grace, her presence showing that she is comfortable in her own skin. This kind of energy draws people in because it creates a feeling of ease and connection. It signals that she is someone who can navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and optimism, a trait that is naturally attractive. On the flip side, negative energy can also be quite noticeable. A woman who frequently brings tension, drama, or negativity into a space